Hello everyone and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be showing you all these cameras that I have in my room and also giving you a quick review. So let's jump right in. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Insta360 Go 2. This is like the smallest camera out of the bunch, and it's actually a really fun camera to use. It's really good for just putting up on a tree and getting a really cool shot, or putting it on your chest for a really cool POV shot. So this camera is really good. Overall, Insta360 did a really good designing the case and designing like this little tripod that pops up. And it's just a very easy to use camera. The only downside, what I'd say, is the battery life is a little bit not so good on it, but it's such a small camera, I don't really see how they could. Okay, moving on, this is the DJI Pocket 2, and this camera is a really cool camera. It's got a gimbal on it, an actual mechanical gimbal, which is kind of rare to see, but it does have some advantages, like you can put it on an active track and it'll follow your face wherever you go, and it's overall a really cool camera to use. However, the gimbal's a little bit slower in some situations, so you have to use FPV mode, which then doesn't really lock the horizon, so that's probably the only downside to this camera. So this camera is a little bit for the people who want to, I'm losing my words, okay, let's start over. Okay, so now moving on to the GoPro Hero 8 Black. This camera is a really good camera for people who want an inexpensive action camera that's absolutely insane. This thing can take amazing photos and videos, and it's very cheap and super cool. Okay, so now moving on to probably one of my favorite cameras that I own, the Hero 10 Black. This camera is definitely a little bit more pricey compared to the Hero 8 or later GoPros, but this is my hands down favorite camera. If I'm gonna go out for a trip and I just do not know what to bring, I'll just bring this because I can get amazing photos, amazing video, and it's just such a small little form factor of a camera, and it's just so much fun to use, especially with that front facing screen. So this is probably one of my favorite cameras that I have. So the webcam that I use is this Logitech Bio something, I think it's just called Bio, Logitech Bio webcam or something like that. And this webcam is amazing. I use it with my desktop setup, and this camera is really good, and you can also use it for just everyday, plugging it in and using it for streaming or anything like that. So that's why I got this camera, and it has been awesome. If you're looking for a really good webcam, I definitely recommend it. However, it is really pricey for webcam, so just be aware of that. Okay, so now I'm reviewing my two bigger cameras, starting off with this A7sii I've done a separate review on this and almost every single camera here, but this camera is a really good camera. It's the best APS-C camera that I've really heard of, and it's just been the most solid camera. The battery life is the #1 best thing about this. This battery is giant, and this camera just lasts forever. So yeah, that's amazing, and that's the main reason I got this camera and why I still really like it and I use it a lot. Okay, the last camera that I have in my room, this one is a very special one, Sony A7S2. This camera is insane, even in 2022. I have a whole video about that, link in the description below. And this camera, I mean, it is just the best low light camera there is. And it's one of the main things about full frames, you get better at low light, and this thing takes that to a whole new level. There's no camera that compares to this besides the newer model. And I just love the way it feels. The battery life is decent. I have actually not had any problems with that. The screen's been great. It hasn't really been that dim. I've really enjoyed using this camera, and definitely probably one of my favorite cameras. Okay, so that concludes my look/review of all the cameras that I have in my room. If you enjoyed this video, if you don't mind subscribing, that would be awesome. And you can leave a comment if you'd like me to make any other videos. And if there's anything else that I missed in this or I said wrong, just let me know in the comments below as well. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.